Hey guys, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable 2, apparently. So, it's not Ultra Deluxe anymore. Change the title. I think it's Ultra Deluxe. I think this is a giant bit. If this is not a giant bit, then I don't know. Maybe they're actually serious. I don't know. But anyway, so I just want to make a couple announcements. First of all, the 1-year special is out. You should go check it out. It's about 5 hours, so I understand if you have to like watch and then stop and then watch and stop, whatever. But you should definitely check out the full thing because it's a lot of games were brought back for it. Luigi's Mansion was not brought back per request because that game's garbage.
Hey.
But a lot of games were like Overcooked. We returned to the original Overcooked. We returned back to like New Super Mario Bros. U, where we did like its bonus level that we never got to. We were gonna return to DLC, but that ended up not working. Plus we're gonna do the mod this year anyway, so I don't know. We're not this year, but whatever. So, let's just do this. So we back to Stanley.
Yeah.
The end is never the end. But it could be the end. But it never is.
Well, yeah. For example, the Stanley Parable. Now we have the Stanley Parable 2.
Are you still talking?
Yes.
So if you guys missed the last episode, I believe it was just called Buckets.
This is the story of a man.
Yeah, got it. Alright, man. Yeah, I got it. Oh yeah, so now there's balloons, so now we got a bunch of stuff we gotta do. So last time we grabbed the bucket,
Co-workers were gone.
what could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, meeting today. Okay, yeah, in the meeting room. So we went that route. Let's go the opposite route with the bucket, shall we?
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's disobey him.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Yeah.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It was indeed.
Yes.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
It definitely
Was
was.
it better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Beautiful.
Alright.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Oh.
Was it
Stanley
wrong though?
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Yeah, nah.
No, said the bucket.
Nah.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him.
Boom.
And he unthinkingly did
Alright.
whatever the bucket asked.
Unwillingly.
Wow.
Alright, so last time I went down the games
No,
route.
stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to
What?
put a bucket here?
No.
Unless
How dare
The
you?
problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket. I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Ooh,
New content.
here we go. See whatever this is. Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Interesting.
All right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
That would be a bucket.
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual
A
bucket.
hologram.
How dare you?
A hologram?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation
Oh my
So it's a bucket.
actual bucket.
I'm saying yes to all these. I don't care.
Bruh. One of them has to be a bucket.
Yeah, we'll get it right one of these times.
Yeah.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Watch.
Yes.
Watch.
Yes.
It's gonna be an alien.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Myron's bucket.
I wonder what happens if you get them all right. Or if you get them all wrong.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
I mean, technically you can put stuff inside of it, therefore it would be qualified as a bucket.
Yeah, it's a bucket.
No, you idiot!
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just
It's a bucket.
move on to the next
No,
one.
it's not.
That's the
you
biggest. That's the
genius.
best bucket I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's
That's a
bucket.
tractor.
It's a bucket.
No.
Is this a bucket?
Yes, that's a bucket.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's a bucket.
yes.
That's a tractor.
Yeah, it's a bucket. There we go.
Yeah, it's a bucket.
Buckets.
It's an
Item
alienated
6.
copy of a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
You know, I've seen a lot of buckets in my day. That's not a bucket.
Yeah, that is no bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What does that even mean?
Wait,
How's it both?
What?
it's both yes or and no.
I
Well,
don't-
yes, but
Wait,
actually
hold on.
no.
I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Is it Zach's face? Because then, in which case, it's not a bucket.
Wait, is it the bucket we're holding?
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here.
It's a bucket, though.
And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
We're just
I've
confusing
lost
him.
all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
Nah,
And
no one
are
knows.
we a bucket? Stanley,
Maybe.
I can't keep doing
You are a
this.
bucket.
Yes.
I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from
You're doing what now?
The bucket.
No, not my bucket.
don't
Not,
do it.
don't you do it.
No.
Don't you do it.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Sorry for the motorcycles, guys. I really want to slap the
Was
person that just did
everything
that.
a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
The game was a
My God,
bucket.
I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And
Darn
you,
it.
Stanley,
Oh.
you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
The computer was a
This
bucket.
is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
All right, that was an ending, I guess.
Bucket ending.
Well,
No.
we already had
Maybe.
it.
No, that was just that was the is this a bucket ending. It's a different ending than the bucket ending.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yeah, that involves the buckets.
All
exactly.
of his co-workers were
Gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Now, I want to do something that I don't think anyone would think of doing. Ah, crap! Never mind. It doesn't work.
What?
Doesn't work. So I'll just keep going,
What
I
doesn't
guess. Alright, let's go red again. I'm not listening to him.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his...
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the,
The meeting room.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Did I?
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Don't go to
Stanley
the
took the
meeting
door on his
room.
left to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. Cargo lift, yes.
Bucket!
Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
I just want to see what that would do. I figured that'd be something else. Okay. Next.
All of his co-workers were gone,
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Okay, let's
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
listen
to
to
his
him this
chest
time, I guess.
And entered the door on his left.
Yes, sir.
Shut up.
We need to find the Stanley Parable collectibles.
Someone mentioned that they only ever saw someone have like 5.
Did you get that from?
Shut up!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Indeed, I did. I also went to the bathroom because, you know, I can.
Yeah, and we got a collectible here.
Beautiful. Just gotta admire the executive bathroom, you know?
Yeah.
Here, I want to see if this still works.
Stepping in,
Does. So now I've broken the narrator. Room closet's darker. This wasn't ending in the original game. Trust the completionist instinct. But I got a bucket now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta change. Because this ending was always so weird in the original game, and I'm wondering if it's changed at all. Because there was no explanation and it didn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, it's open. Bucket. No, it seems to be the same. We're now leaving. Seems to be the same. Can't open that. So many stairs. 7. Just trying the doors to see if they open. I don't know. Because like I said, this ending was always so weird in the original game that I'm trying to see if this will lead to anything. Eh. 59. Last set of stairs. Getting a good workout for this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Launch pod escape bay. Entering the escape pod will initiate a relay that once triggered can be disabled or paused. And that's okay for the end. Okay, 3. Escape! Okay, this is different. There wasn't a long hallway before. Or maybe there was. Buckets. Yeah, okay, this is different. Oh, it is related to the bucket ending.
Buckets.
It's nice knowing your bucket.
It's enough to make men cry.
It's time we depart.
Men cry to this.
Shut up! You already made the joke. Goodbye, buddy. We'll miss you.
Goodbye.
Alright, so that definitely changed. I assume maybe it would have been the same without the bucket. No, because the bucket was always interesting. So it seems like there's 2...
All of his co-workers were gone.
And the narrator had nothing to do with that, which is
Stanley
interesting.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
He actually left. It actually left. It's gone now. Shoot!
We don't have the bucket anymore.
That sucks. He said there was no way to solve
What
it.
could
Wait.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What's left now?
Interesting. Replacement bucket.
The replacement bucket!
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Hey, watch it.
Hey.
Be my Valentine? That's a new one. Is there an ending if I keep losing it? I wonder. Here, let's go. I want to see... I doubt the bomb ending's different.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Here, let's go do the escape ending.
Left.
This might be the last ending, depending on how quick it is, but... Oh, actually, no. I want to go get the collectible in red or blue. We'll go the red door this time. Unless we need to go to the blue door, I don't know.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
What is he talking about?
Because we had to make the broom closet aware that this was our bucket.
Oh,
Coming
right.
downstairs, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, darn it, I went left. Like, oh, I'm going to go do the red door.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oops.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
I did.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yeah, the
Was
bucket knew.
Bucket guiding him?
It was.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, it's very logical, trust me.
Yeah, the bucket's very smart.
Yeah, so we'll go the escape route this time. Because normally you get crushed to death and then, oh, like, hey, here's the behind the scenes of the game. And then you meet the girl narrator. I don't know, it's
the
weird.
elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Bucket.
I also just realized
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
So it sounds like it'll be different, but this is completely different, so we're going to go this way. I'd rather do this way and then have the...
This passageway had the word escape written on it. The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both
Oh, no, there
meet
it
a
is.
violent death.
I trust in the
The
bucket.
door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm good.
At this point,
Yeah.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
What was that, though? Bucket! Bucket.
what happens if we don't pause the game and get out?
What do you mean?
Like during the escape ending? Like you said, that's what we had to do to get the ending. You have to pause and...
That was at the end.
Yeah, what happens if you don't do that?
Nothing. Unless they've changed it.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace
Couldn't you just
the
jump to
bucket,
that?
But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Protect me, bucket! Yes.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
No, it didn't. The bucket stopped itself. Box.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
If we die too... Oh my god, now it's just going through the bucket.
Welcome to the grand exhibit, the bucket. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within. A card never is void, but though But though use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what you may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? I support the bucket.
I support the bucket also.
Chair.
Chair.
Single chair. Okay, so this is very different.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket
Buckets!
like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Oh, I get it, because some of these are fake buckets.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's way more than 25, but those are fake buckets. 25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once.
Wow.
Of course. Is that a drawing of the bucket I see?
Buckets.
A bucket with 2 handles? That's innovation right there. Oh, that's a different language. I wonder if you can translate that. This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and too recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Wow.
Never put 2 handles on a bucket. This world was not meant for it.
Inferno bucket.
Ooh.
A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket.
Wow.
It makes sense. What's up here? Looks dark and spooky up here. Of course. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave's drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket has already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Beautiful. Okay, we can't go that way.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Okay, this seems like an endpoint. Maybe does it? That seems. Wait, hang on.
The hanging bucket.
Ooh, that's a drop. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp with the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Can I actually fall here? I bet if no. Oh, that was the end. Gosh, I clicked the bucket. There
is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I.
There was more.
We'll right this terrible wrong.
Yeah, darn it. There was an entire right path.
By the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give
Don't
him
reset
another
the game.
opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision for...
And we're dead. She said don't reset it. This is where I have to do it. Nope, it does it itself. Cool. In the original game, you had to actually reset, and it was just over. Alright, well, unfortunately, I have to go back to do that because I missed the entire right section because I couldn't tell which was the short part.
Hubris that blinded
Alright,
him.
right.
Can you see that the bucket is far
Oh
more
my
noble
God.
than Stanley will
I want to die!
his short life?
Shut up! Alright, the stress bucket and analogy. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance, vulnerability, size and strength of the bucket, coping strategy holes, Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy. Rest and relaxation. This was not worth it. The stress bucket. Presented without commentary. Great, that was totally worth it. Thanks.
That was
Great.
seriously it.
That was great.
Really?
Cool.
No man can own a bucket.
I should have known this was the end because
Certainly not
she was
a bucket
talking to
as
me.
dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
I kneel before the bucket. Is there anywhere else to go in here? No.
Just white.
Bucket. Okay. Well, that was great. Cool.
But there is something we can do.
I'm gonna exit out this time.
Something
That is
we
one thing I
do
can do.
together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
So she says to don't exit.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place.
Nope. Later.
We're gonna let Stanley live.
She gonna come back and say anything, or is this gonna just be the end of that? The office has changed. Oh, hi, Bucket. Wait, you're a different
Good
bucket.
old bucket. Just standing.
Are you a golden bucket?
Off on another.
Oh, it was the
Stanley
lighting.
Clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Wait,
and entered
no,
the
yeah,
door on
no.
his left.
Is it? Oh, I guess it's just the lighting. It looked like a golden bucket. Okay, the last thing I want to do is go to the door, the blue and red door,
Stanley had felt the bucket
and get the
calling
collectible that we're
telling him
missing.
That the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It was indeed.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nah, I don't think it did.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Sounds exactly like Zachary.
Cargo lift, yes, good, said the bucket. Now ride
Wait.
the lift all the way to the top.
This is the
There's
cargo
something up there
room.
I
There's
need you to
a
do.
load of boxes. That's where it is.
Wait, no, look, there's a
While
different
this bucket was
area.
speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of
We
course,
have to
because
go in
buckets
there
come
and
to
then
him.
walk
But
over there to
Stanley
get that
chose not to think
collectible.
about this obviously.
No, we have to get out of
He
that
was firmly
somehow.
convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
It's a vent. How do we get in that? Because that is, yeah, tons of boxes. That makes sense now. Because that's, I said this originally when I first found it. I'm like, or when we first saw that like the note or whatever. I'm like, this is the only place with a bunch of boxes. I have no clue how you get that. Alright, but I do know how to get this next one that we're coming at. It's at where there's both red and blue. This is the only place in the game where I'd assume there's both. Oh, wait. Darn it, I can't pick up the bucket here. He's going to stop me again.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says,
Let me in!
it's past this point.
I don't care, I'm turning the sign down.
Do you think it was okay to bring the bucket
Gosh
here?
darn it.
Unless, what if the problem is that you actually
Yeah,
don't
'cause
know
you're
what
not allowed
is
to
a
bring the bucket here.
and what isn't a bucket?
Which makes me think the red door ending is probably the same.
Behavior up to this point, which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game.
Here, this is all the same. Let me go begin the game again. Gosh darn it. I want to see also if I can fall down or something from that. I don't think so.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Yeah, I bought those boxes, yeah.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
You contacted me. Alright, never mind. We're going to move on.
Because if there's anything that makes me happy, it's
Boxes. Okay.
boxes.
As much as I want to pick up the bucket, I cannot pick up the bucket. Where's that computer? They playing Minecraft over there?
We are sorry, buckets.
Oh, he playing Minecraft.
Like cut, G.
Shut up.
Sorry.
You're not funny.
Came to a set of two open
And you
doors
never will be
on
funny.
the correct
Because you're ugly.
meeting
Yeah, it's
room,
actually
and
not
Stanley
funny.
knew it perfectly
No one
well.
really gives a shit.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
First, just to admire it.
That would be correct.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business.
Oh, he was talking.
Stanley
He was
took
saying
the
something.
first open door on his left.
I can never tell if he's gonna say something different or not. Okay, does this open? Where do I get to the vent? Oh, you know where the vent might come from? It might come from that elevator over there.
Ah.
I'm worried he's gonna close this door if I go in there, so I'm not gonna try it. But
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
We can't just drop down. Oh my gosh, we
Oh no, we can. Oh, I have to not die though. Okay. Whoo.
We need the collectible.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stan?
Figlies?
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic
I like
sense
little
of happiness
stands.
that you get
Yeah, I
from
like
seeing a
little
small number in the
stands.
corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Okay.
Maybe now we can go in the.
In the vent. Yeah, I thought we had to go out of the vent, but no. Okay, because you can fall off here. I know that for sure. Dock C, loading dock. Okay, this is cool. We get to see this far down, though. Because before you couldn't.
Yeah.
Vent, is this new content? It is!
It's new content.
Okay, we accidentally walked into this, I guess.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off.
Huh.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you?
Oh.
What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all
Lost cat,
turns out
there's a
just
reward.
tape recording.
Gene.
It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Is that it? I don't know if I could have done. I could have kept playing with the tape, but I don't know if that would have done anything. Huh? That's it. That's a weird one. Huh? Okay, we're cutting out the entire like bomb section because that was the exact same. Wait.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
They gave me the boxes.
Our boxes.
Oh, but now they've cut off the ending that's over there because you could have gotten out of the window or whatever. I'm assuming it's only for this run. Okay. Wow. They really gave me my boxes. There's even some in the other rooms.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, as much as I want to pick up the bucket, we cannot.
Cannot pick up.
I need to go. I'm getting this freaking red and blue one. Oh my god.
Why are there so many boxes?
They gave me. We ordered 1,500 some boxes.
Two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
Knew
it
it perfectly well. Stanley's
Perhaps he
starting to
wanted to
realize
stop by the
that the
employee
boxes were
lounge
preventing
first,
him from
just to ignore it.
keep to let go, and there was too many
Stanley
boxes.
felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach.
Wait, this is different every time.
Giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room?
Maybe.
I mean, truly, deeply, madly love.
You done? I didn't realize this was different every time.
Yes.
Okay, now it's
really
repeating.
worth it being
So it
here.
seems like the
But
first line
to
is
get
different.
back to business,
That's interesting.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You got it, buddy. No!
No, we ain't doing that.
Pranked you! Ha!
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Got him.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Let's get this collectible, shall we?
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
you all this time.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Wee!
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Maybe.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Probably.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
I don't
to
believe you.
show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
There it is.
Yes.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've
How about a 6?
nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one. And then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Huh?
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Interesting, okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
What was the, other clue?
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to
Something
me.
to do with
Do you
stairs.
see that I really
Oh, yeah, that's right. Something,
need to be
I think that's
happy?
exactly what it was. It was like something to do
The
with
problem is all
stairs.
these choices. The two of us always try
If this
to
is
get
the exact
somewhere,
same, I'm gonna
isn't
just
it?
quit out.
Running and
Because if you guys haven't
just the
seen
way you
our
do
playthrough of the
right
regular
now.
Stanley, you probably
You
should.
see that it's killing us.
Otherwise, it's gonna make no sense to you.
I wanted to stop.
Because it's sounding like the exact same thing. And you can't get here with the bucket, so that means there's no extra content here.
And I think, well, I think I have.
So if he brings me to the happiness room or whatever the frick it is, then I'll know it's the same.
What do we want?
Just
What
looks
are we
the same.
looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's
Yes,
beautiful.
same.
isn't
Now
it?
if I go back, it
If we
should...
just stay right here. No, wait. Where are you going?
Oh wait, lots of stairs.
Oh no.
Wait, there's no
Stay
way.
away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
It said with lots of
We'll lose
stairs.
all of this.
This is a lot of stairs. Right?
Yeah, this is
It'd be very weird if they're right next to each other, but like...
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
No, it's not.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No!
Ow.
Oh, thank God you lived.
Oh, I'm
You had me
slower.
worried there for a moment. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please,
Huh.
I'm asking you not
Where
to
is
take
there a
this
lot of
away from me.
stairs
I can't
besides
go back
this
to what
place?
I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why
And
are
I can't
you
open
doing
this. I'm looking for the collectibles. Give me a collectible. Look at this. I am dead. Ow.
Stanley, let's go back to the other
Oh, I'm
room.
getting slower.
Can you do that
This
for
is so this is different because I'm
Oh,
getting
God.
slower.
me? Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
I don't think you're reading the
Am I
situation
reading the
correctly.
situation
No, you're not. I just want the collectible, man.
Yeah.
Ow.
correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a
Oh
kick
god, I'm
out
so
of it.
slow.
I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Where's there a lot of
But I guess
stairs?
that was too much to ask.
This is the only place I can think
Looks
of.
like you wanted to make a choice.
Besides
after
the
all.
stair choice, but
Well, this one is yours.
where's there a lot of stairs? Have they all been in like normal locations of the regular game, or are they all? Because the red and blue one is normal. The executive bathroom is on a normal path.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Yeah. So that was the same, except the only difference was I was going slower. You didn't. I don't think you went slower last time. Interesting. So I guess next time, are the boxes still here? No, they okay. So it's
All
only
these
for that run.
co-workers were
That's
gone.
cool Easter egg
What
though.
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Perhaps
Perhaps
he
he
had simply missed a memo.
No
Yeah.
matter
So
how hard Stanley
shut
looked,
up.
He couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Shut up. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. On the left, check out the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Place. It's gonna involve our beautiful new content, extra content in it. So go check it out. On the right, check out probably the 1 year anniversary, because if you haven't seen it yet, you probably should. Or if you have seen some of it and you need to finish it, you probably should go do that too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I almost forgot the other part. And of course, guys, consider subscribing if you like the content you're seeing. Every series we've done to this point will finish except for Luigi's Mansion because it's garbage.
It's
And
not
no one likes
No
it.
one loves it.
And no one loves it. Exactly.
It's awesome.
So, yeah. No one likes it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.